Hello student, welcome to the English class and in this video we are going to cover the remaining portion of the part 2 of chapter number 2. This part is about the Sehnai of Bismillah Khan, and this part begins with the mentioning of Pungi that has a very harsh and unpleasant sound, and that's why Emperor Aurangzeb banned it in his royal palace. But a barber who was from a musician family also decided to improve its tonal quality, and he improvised it and make it very the sound of it very soft and melodious, and it was called Sahanai, and it was mainly played in wedding ceremonies and in the temple that time. But when Bismillah Khan started playing it, he brought it onto the classical stage and he made it a very popular instrument. He himself became a very popular player of Sehnai, and he started earning name and fame across the country and the world. So up to here we have just covered it. Now we are going to cover next portion of the topic. So awards and recognition came thick and fast. Thick and fast means anything that comes rapidly and great in numbers. So award and recognition came thing because he became a very popular musician, and therefore he was conferred with many awards and recognitions, and it came thick and fast means it came very rapidly and in large number. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Central Hall in the United States of America. So he became the first Indian who was invited at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America to perform his art. So this is also great recognitions for him and even for India, that he was the first Indian who was invited there to perform his art. He also took part in the world expositions in Montreal. So one more very prestigious place he was invited, that was in Montreal. Montreal is a city in Canada. Okay. Exposition means it's an art to show, to exhibit your art, to show your art. So he also took part in the World Exposition in Montreal. And not only this, there are some more to come in the Cannes Art Festival. Okay, this one, Cannes is the city in France, a city in France. So Cannes Festival. Again, this festival is organized to confer award to the artisan from all over the world. So he was also invited there to perform his art in the Cannes Festival, and Osaka Trade Fair. Osaka is a city in Japan. So he was also invited there in the Osaka Trade Fair to perform his art. So many foreign countries, in many occasions, he was invited to perform his art, and this proved that he became very famous not only in India but also abroad. So these were his performance in the different part of the world. So well known did he became internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him. So he became so famous, he became so popular, not only India but internationally, that an auditorium in Tehran, Tehran is a city of Iran. So he became very famous there, internationally. An auditorium in Tehran was named after him, and the name of the auditorium was Tahar Moshiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. Mosiki is the word, Urdu word for music. So Tahar Moshiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. So this was the name of the auditorium that was named after him. Next, national award like the Padma Shri and the Padma Bhushan and the Padma Vibhushan were conferred on him. Conferred means to be given. So these are the civilian awards that generally given to the artisans and in other field. So these are the Padma Shri, then Padma Bhushan, then Padma Vibhushan. These were already given to him. And in 2001, Ustaz Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. So in 2001, he was given the highest civilian award, and that is Bharat Ratna. So this award was also, he was honored with this award. It was conferred to him in 2001. With the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness, he said. So this means when this award was given, coveted award, coveted means most desired, most desired. So everybody wants to, receive this award. That's why it's called coveted. So when this award resting on his chest means when it was given to him, when he put this emblem of this award on his chest and his eyes was glinting. Glinting means shining. So his eyes was shining. So he said few words, and what did he say? So all I would like to say is teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Means music is our country's richest tradition, and that's why we should teach our children music. Even the West is now coming to learn our music. The West means the Western countries are, the people from the Western countries are coming to our country to learn music. So this was what he said after he received the highest civilian award, Bharat Ratna. So in spite of having traveled all over the world, Khan Saab, as he fondly called, fondly means lovingly. So he was called lovingly Khan Saab, Khan Saab. Okay. So after having traveled all over the world, Khan Saab is exceedingly fond of Banaras and Dimron, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. So here is what is given here is that though he had traveled almost the entire world, all the major cities of the world he traveled, he was invited there to perform, but yet he was very fond of Banaras and Dimron. Fond of. Fond of means when you are lacking something, when you desire something. So he was still fond of Banaras and Dimrons. Dimrons, their Bihar. Okay. So it's already mentioned there. Okay, exceedingly means greatly. So is Khan Saab is exceedingly fond of Banaras and Dimron. If one means traveling other countries didn't fascinate him by those country, and he still wanted to be in his hometown, that is Banaras and Dimron. Okay, they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. Means to say that he remained attached to his roots and he remained fascinated to his cities, those cities where he lived the most years of his life. Okay. A student of his once wanted him to head a Sahnai school in USA. One of his students wanted him to head. Head means to lead, to take charge. So one of his students wanted him to become head of his Sahnai school in USA, and the student promised to recreate the atmosphere of Banaras. So the student might have he might have anticipated that Khan Sahib or Bismillah Khan would be used to the atmosphere of the Banaras, the Indian city, and the atmosphere in USA would be different. That's why he promised that he would create the atmosphere of the Banaras there by replicating. Replicating means copying. Replicating the temples there means by constructing temples there in USA, as the city of Banaras is famous for its temples. Okay, so by replicating, making exact copy of the something. So the student of Bismillah Khan promised him that he would create the same atmosphere in USA as in Banaras by replicating, by constructing the exact copy of the temple in USA. What did he say? He said, but Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport river Ganga as well. So it is not only the atmosphere that made him attached to Banaras, but it was Ganga river also. He asked him that can he take the river Ganga to USA, because this means, what does this mean? This means that it is not only the atmosphere or it is not only temples, but he is much more attached to Ganga river also. He cannot live without Ganga river. Okay, and that's why it is impossible for him to live anywhere where Ganga is not there. Okay, so Khan Sahib asked him if he would able to transport the Ganga river as well. So it was not possible. So that means he cannot live anywhere else than Banaras. So later he is remembered to have said, that is why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning. So sometime he might have remarked later on. Okay, so that is why, that is the reason why whenever he is in a foreign country, he said, I keep yearning. Yearning means desiring something. Okay, desire something very much. So I keep yearning to Banaras, to see Hindustan. While in Mumbai, I think of only Banaras and the holy Ganga. So whenever he is in foreign country, he always desired to see Hindustan. And when he is within Hindustan, within India, within the country, let's say in Mumbai, so he always think of only Banaras and the holy Ganga. So he was so attached, he was so deeply, attached with Ganga and Banaras, that whenever he goes out of the Banaras, so he always yearning for Banaras. So, and while in Banaras, I miss the unique Mata of Damron. So it is not only Banaras, he also desired, he always yearn for unique Mata of Damron. So this is what is shown here, that he's a person who is always rooted to his uh, city where he lived his life, where he practiced his Sahanai on the bank of the Ganga in front of the temples, and he would never leave these cities and these temples. So Ustaz Bismillah Khan's life is perfect example of rich cultural heritage of India, one that effortlessly accept a devout Muslim like him. can very naturally play the Sainai every morning at the Kasi Biswanath temple. So the head is that he is a very devout Muslim. Devout means who is religiously very profound, okay, having deep religious feeling, who is strictly follow the religious rituals. So being a devout Muslim like him, still he can naturally play the Sehnai every morning at the Kasi Biswanath temple, and this is the cultural, rich cultural heritage of India. So he's an example of a rich cultural heritage. What is our heritage? Unity in diversity. So we may be from different religion, different caste and creed, but still we can perform or we can mingle up with other cultures, with other religion and so. So he was the great example of our rich cultural heritage of India because being a Muslim, being a devout Muslim, he very naturally plays Sehnai every morning at the Kasi Biswanath temple. So this is now we come to the end of the chapter, and I hope you understand. If you have any doubt, you can write in the comment box or you can personally text me on the WhatsApp. I will clear your doubt, and next I am going to give the task, written task after this video. Thank you very much.